clarity returned, and he beheld the blood he had spilled, he could no longer endure his shame. He drew his dagger and ended his life upon that cursed soil. His body was buried at the edge of the cemetery, without honor, without prayer. But death did not claim him. Days later, the grave was empty. Morgan Ladimore rose again, his grief and guilt binding him to this world. Thus was born the terror of Raven Hill. The skeletal knight the folk of Darkshire came to fear. Morgan Ladimore. He wandered the graves, his hollow eyes burning with sorrow and rage, slaying all who dared approach. A knight no longer, only a nightmare. Years passed, and at last an adventurer came to face him. In the fog-choked cemetery of Raven Hill, the adventurer beheld Morgan Ladimore, towering, armored in rust and bone, his blade Arceus gleaming with unholy power. The adventurer charged, steel ringing against bone. The clash shook the graveyard. Blow for blow they fought, the knight's fury against the mortal's courage. Many times it seemed the adventurer would fall, driven to his knees by the sheer strength of Morgan Ladimore. But each time he rose again, driven by the light, by duty, by the hope of ending the knight's torment. At last, with one final strike, the adventurer's blade pierced through the cursed warrior's chest. Morgan Ladimore let out a roar that shook the very trees, then crumbled to the ground, lifeless once more. The deed was done. The terror of Raven Hill was slain. Yet the tale did not end there. The adventurer returned to Darkshire, where he met Morgan's surviving daughter, Sarah. From her hand he took a simple ring, a daughter's token of love. And with it, he returned to Raven Hill, placing it upon Morgan's grave. There, Morgan's true spirit appeared. No longer bone and fury, but the man he had been, a knight, a father. He spoke words of sorrow and gratitude, and with that, his soul was freed. Before he passed into the light, he laid down his blade, the great two-handed sword, Arceus, entrusting it to the adventurer who had given him peace. The knight leans back, voice soft. So remember this, my friends. Not all monsters are born so. Some were men of honor, broken by grief and cursed by fate. If you wander near Raven Hill at night and feel the chill of unseen eyes, perhaps you walk where Morgan Ladimore once roamed. The knight, the father, the lost soul of Morgan Ladimore.